All right, today we're diving into Sentry, a platform that makes a pretty bold promise to security companies, giving them total control over their workforce.
If you're managing a security team, this is probably the question that keeps you up at night, right? Are your people where they're supposed to be? Is the client's site actually secure? And is everything running as smoothly as it should? Let's unpack why that's such a huge challenge.
It all really boils down to this fundamental challenge in workforce management. Running a security team isn't like managing people in an office. Your employees are scattered all over the place, they're often working alone, and let's be honest, the stakes are incredibly high.
And that environment, it leads to some really common, really frustrating problems. First off, you've got inaccurate time tracking, and sometimes even outright time fraud. Then there's scheduling, which becomes this massive manual headache. Communication between your guards in the field and the office, it's often spotty at best. And all of that trickles down, making invoicing a slow, error-filled nightmare. But the biggest issue is the lack of real-time oversight. You're basically flying blind.
So how do you even begin to fix all that? Well, Sentry's approach is all about building a solid foundation of control and accountability from the get-go. And getting that foundation in place is actually super simple. It's really just 3 basic steps. First, you add all of your sites. Second, you define secure digital boundaries for each one. And third, you get your staff onboarded. That's it.
Now that second step, defining boundaries, that's where the magic really starts. The system lets you be incredibly precise. You can draw a simple circle, a geofence around a location, or you can get super detailed and trace a complex polygon that perfectly matches a building's actual footprint. This becomes your first line of defense against attendance issues.
The system also gives you 2 really flexible ways to confirm a guard is actually on site. The main one is geofence mode, which just uses the phone's GPS. But what about tricky spots with no GPS signal, like, say, a basement or an underground parking garage? For that, there's NFC validation. The guard just taps a physical tag on the wall with their phone, it's the same tech as Tap to Pay, and boom, they've proven they're there. It's a simple, foolproof backup.
And getting your team into the system is just as easy. You can add people one by one, or you can upload your entire staff list from a simple CSV file. And here's the crucial part. While you're doing this, you're assigning specific roles and deciding exactly which sites each person is allowed to work at. So you have that granular control right from day one.
Okay, so with that foundation all set up, let's walk through what a typical day on duty looks like. This is where you see how all that prep work translates into real-world visibility and control.
So picture this. It's 6 in the morning, and one of your guards has just pulled up to their assigned site, ready to start their shift. A totally normal start to the day.
But back in the control room, the manager's dashboard is telling a different story. The live site stats are flashing red for that location. The system knows the shift was supposed to start, but since nobody's clocked in yet, it flags the site as understaffed. The manager knows there's a problem, instantly.
The second that guard clocks in, using facial recognition, by the way, so nobody punching, the system updates in a flash. That red, understaffed warning on the manager's screen just vanishes. The site is secure, and the manager has proof, all without having to make a single phone call.
All right, next scenario. An unexpected visitor pulls up to the gate. How do you handle that in a way that's both totally secure and still looks professional?
Forget about messy paper sign-in sheets. Sentry's solution is a digital QR access pass. An operator can generate a secure, temporary pass in just a few seconds, set a specific expiry time, and even limit how many times it can be scanned. Then it's sent right to the visitor's email. It's clean, professional, and secure.
And this is the best part. It closes the loop completely. You're not just handing out passes and hoping for the best. The system keeps a detailed audit log. You can see the status of every single pass, how many times it's been used, its entire history. It means you have total accountability for every single person who steps foot on your site.
Okay, let's fast forward a bit. Our guard is on patrol and they spot something, a security incident. They need to log it and they need to do it right now, with no delays and no room for error.
So they ditch the old paper logbook and open up the digital occurrence book on their phone. It's a unique link just for that site. The system automatically grabs the precise location and time. The guard can add a severity rating, type out exactly what happened, and, this is huge, upload photo evidence right from the scene. It creates a perfect, time-stamped, evidence-backed record in just a couple of minutes. Now, this kind of accuracy isn't just about what happens in the field. It completely changes the game for your back office work, connecting every single clock in directly to your bottom line. So, at the end of a long shift, the guard clocks out. The second they do, their digital timesheet is finalized. The start time, the end time, the total hours, it's all locked in, verified by the geofence data and stored securely in the system.
But what about when things don't go perfectly? This is where the system gets really smart. Say a guard leaves 2 hours early. It's locked, along with their reason. If they forget to clock out, the system will automatically end their shift at the scheduled time, preventing those costly payroll mistakes. Even if an admin has to manually end a shift, it's recorded. The point is, every single minute is accounted for, no exceptions.
And that verified, bulletproof timesheet data, it flows right into the invoicing module. That means you can generate a perfectly accurate client invoice based on actual proven hours worked with just a few clicks. No more disputes, no more manual calculations, no more headaches.
So when you put all these pieces together, from the clock in to incident reporting all the way to invoicing, you're not just managing anymore. You're actually gaining total operational control.
And this is where it all comes home to roost. The main dashboard is your command center. It gives you a bird's eye view of your entire operation. Active timesheets, who's on duty, site staffing levels, any unresolved incidents, system alerts, it is all right there, live. This is the business intelligence you need to make smarter decisions way faster.
Which really just leaves one last question. When you can finally eliminate all the guesswork, automate the tedious admin work, and get a true, real-time picture of your entire operation, what could you and your business actually achieve?